Previous class we discussed about section division formula and then the way of finding the ratio along with midpoint, trisection points and finding any point on the line segment if ratio is given. All these things we discussed. And in this class we are going to discuss about harmonic conjugates. Okay, harmonic conjugates. So for suppose if AB is a line segment, just have a look. AB is a line segment. P is the internal point on the line segment AB and the Q is the external point of the line segment AB. Okay, P is the internal point, Q is the external point, and this P is dividing AB in the ratio m is to n, as well as Q is also dividing AB in the ratio m is to n. P is dividing in the ratio m is to n, Q is also dividing in the ratio m is to n. Okay, and so this P and Q are mentioned as harmonic conjugates of AB. Then P comma Q are harmonic conjugates of P comma Q are harmonic conjugates of one another, harmonic conjugates of one another with respect to the line segment AB. Here P is called harmonic conjugate of Q and Q is called harmonic conjugate of P. What is the harmonic conjugate of this point? Q. What is the harmonic conjugate of this point? P. With respect to what? With respect to the line segment AB. Line segment AB is fixed. With respect to a fixed line segment, usually we will get harmonic conjugates. And what are those harmonic conjugates? Harmonic conjugates are the 2 points. One is the internal point and the other is the external point, and these 2 points are dividing the given line segment in the same ratio, but one internally and the other externally. The concept is very clear. When I show you separate diagrams for this too, for suppose if this is the line segment AB and P is a point on that line segment, this P will divide the line segment AB in the ratio m is to n. In the same way, if this is the line segment AB, when you extend it, somewhere on this line segment you will get Q, and again this AQ is in the of m length and BQ is of n length. Actually it is not like that. The ratio is just simply m is to n. Okay, I think the situation is clear. One internal point and the other external point, and they are dividing the line segment AB in the same ratio, then we call those 2 points as harmonic conjugates of one another. P is the harmonic conjugate of Q and Q is the harmonic conjugate of P, like that, with respect to the line segment A. Okay, right. So at the end we conclude that for harmonic conjugates the ratio is same. For suppose if I have a problem, I will give you that. Okay, yeah, I am erasing this. I think you all have screenshots related to this. I will erase it and I will give you a problem, and then I will mention some more points related to the harmonic conjugates. Okay. B. You just take a problem. Yeah. Find harmonic conjugate of harmonic conjugate of, I will take a problem, just wait a minute. Find harmonic conjugate of 4, 1 with respect to 3, 2 and minus 1, 6. We need to find the harmonic conjugate of the point 4, 1 with respect to line segment. With respect to the line segment 3, 2 and minus 1, 6. See 3, 2 and minus 1, 6. If you join these two, okay, somewhere you will have 3, 2 and somewhere you will have minus 1, 6. For convenience, you just mark those 2 points as A and B. A 3, 2 and B minus 1, 6. Now, this 4, 1 is a point on this line segment. Maybe on the extension also. We don't know where that 4, 1 is located. It may be internal, it may be external, like that. Okay. See, we don't know whether it is P or Q in our general notation. P is internal and Q is external, right? So to know whether it is internal point or the external point, first of all we need to find the ratio. Okay, to find the ratio I already gave you the formula that x1 minus x divided by x minus x2, or y1 minus y divided by y minus y2. I am just going with x. So the first point given 3 comma 2 is x1 y1, and the second point given minus 1 comma 6 is x2 y2, and the point which is dividing the line segment is xy. So now x1 minus x. So what is x? x1 is 3 minus 4. X is 4, right? Divided by 4 minus what is x2? x2 is minus 1, and so minus of minus 1. So when you solve it, you will get that it has minus 1 by 5. Is it clear? So the ratio is minus 1 by 5. Since the ratio is minus 1 by 5, the point is dividing the line segment AB in which ratio? Since the external, right? Since the ratio is minus 1 by 5, the division is externally, and so we take the point as Q, and as they mentioned, QA by QB is equals to 1:5 externally. How we know it as external? Because we know that the ratio is negative, right? So QA by QB is external. Okay, so given point is Q. Actually diagram is not required for it. First find ratio, confirm it as external, then you need to find internal point. Okay, right. So I need no I don't need diagram in this case. Okay, right. QA by QB is 1:5 externally. Let P be the harmonic conjugate of Q. Let P be the harmonic conjugate of Q. Okay, as that is external, it is very clear. So this P will divide AB in the ratio 1:5 internally. Let P be the harmonic conjugate of Q. So P divide AB in 1:5 ratio internally. Okay. So as by the definition of harmonic conjugates, one will divide internally in the ratio, other will divide externally in the ratio. That external point Q is given, but we need to find that internal point P. So P divide AB in 1:5 ratio externally. So A is there, B is there, ratio is already we have. So how to find P? So P is equals to, the usual formula is what? mx2 plus nx1 divided by m plus n comma my2 plus ny1 divided by m plus n, and that is equals to, what is m and what is n? This ratio 1:5 or m and n. This is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. Okay, for your convenience you just treat it as m and n. mx2, so 1 into minus 1 plus nx1 5 into 3 divided by m plus n 1 plus 5 comma, then yeah, m by 2, m is 1, right? 1 into 6 plus n by 1 5 into 2 divided by 1 plus 6. Okay, and if you simplify, 15 minus 1 is 14 by 6 comma, okay, 10 and 6, 16 by 1 plus 5, right? 16 by 6. So at the end, this 14 by 6 and 16 by 6, if you simplify, it may be 7 by 3 and 8 by 3 is the point P, which is the harmonic conjugate of Q. Okay, first of all this part we need to do, and after this we need to continue from here. Okay, right, just look there, just look there. Harmonic conjugates means for one point its harmonic conjugate is another point. That given point as well as the other harmonic conjugate, these 2 points will divide one line segment in the same ratio, but one internally and the other externally. Here they mentioned that this is one point and we need to find its harmonic conjugate. So you just let its harmonic conjugate as P. Okay, and you just you need to think in which ratio it is dividing. For that you need to find the ratio as minus 1:5. So the ratio is 1:5. So in that ratio there is one point which divides internally. That internal point is 7 by 3 comma 8 by 3, which is the harmonic conjugate of the given one. Okay, have a look. So next idea related to the harmonic conjugate. First let P comma Q are harmonic conjugates of AB, line segment AB. such that since they are harmonic conjugates, okay, the ratio will be same, right? AP by PB is equals to AQ by QB is equals to M is to N. You just look here. For suppose this is line segment AB, already I mentioned there, and when you extend it, you may get some point, okay? This is point P and this is point Q. Just look there, this P is dividing AB in the ratio M is to N. So AP by PB is M is to N. So AP by PB is M is to N. That in the sense, if you take it as MK, this PB will become NK. Because if the ratio is given like M2 is to 3, you let them as 2K, 3K, like that. Since the ratio is M is to N, if this length is MK, this part will become NK. In the same way, AQ by QB is also in the ratio M is to N. So that's why from A to Q, this part may be some ML, okay, something like ML, and this B to Q may be NL. Is it clear? See, I think you all know that if the ratio is some 2 is to 3, 3 is to 4 like that, we consider the values as like 3K, 4K like that, okay. Since it is M is to N, MK, NK, and it is M is to N, ML, NL, okay. So now this length you are taking it as MK and we are treating it as NK. This is NL, total length is ML. See, this total length is ML, MK, NK, NL. If you add these three, it must equal to the total length, right? So from that idea, what I am note here is MK plus NK plus NL is equals to ML. So you just send NL that side, and from these two terms, K is a common thing, you need to send NL this side. Then what will happen? K into M plus N is equals to L into M minus N. Okay? K into M plus N is equals to L into M minus N. And what to say about K by L? K by L is equals to M minus N divided by M plus N. Since K by L is equals to M minus N by M plus N, now I am going to find that BP by BQ. This B is a point, right? BP by BQ. And BP by BQ is NK by NL. BP by BQ is equals to NK by NL. This N and N will get cancelled. K by L is that M by N, M minus N by M plus N. And again I will calculate AP by AQ. What to say about AP? This AP is MK, AQ is ML. So AP by AQ is MK by ML. Again cancel out these two. That K by L will become M minus N by M plus N. At the end, if you just look, if you concentrate on this PQ, this B for this PQ is interior and is dividing in the ratio K is to L. This A is exterior and is dividing a PQ in the ratio MKML, K is to L. That means this B and A are harmonic conjugates of PQ, and the new ratio with respect to Mn is M minus N by M plus N. Therefore, what I conclude is, okay, A comma B are harmonic conjugates of PQ, okay, with the ratio M minus N by M plus N. Just look there. See, as the given statement is what? P comma Q are harmonic conjugates of the line segment AB. For one line segment AB, P comma Q are harmonic conjugates. In all such cases, we have a chance to announce this A comma B are again harmonic conjugates of PQ. If the given ratio at the first situation is M by N, then the given ratio in the next situation is this M minus N by M plus N. Okay? Have a look. I think everything is clear. Have a look. Some situations of harmonic conjugate. That in the sense, see, we have some general situations where the concept of harmonic conjugates are involved. Among those general situations, the first one is Euler line of triangle. Euler line of triangle. Okay, I think you all know about it, or otherwise I will mention now. Euler line of triangle. In any triangle, if you look in any triangle, okay, I think you all learned from geometry that for a triangle related to that we have a centroid, circumcenter, orthocenter, incenter, and everything. Okay, okay. So in any triangle, if you observe, there will be one line in the triangle. Okay, and on that line, centroid is located at some point. Okay, no, orthocenter is located at one point. Circumcenter is located at one point. 9-point center is at the midpoint, and centroid is there at some other point. Okay, what I am saying, this H is orthocenter. This N is what? 9-point center. This G is centroid. And this S is circumcenter. Related to every triangle, we have all these points. Okay, along with this we have incenter also, but incenter is somewhat different from this Euler line. So Euler is the mathematician who observed that in any triangle, in all the triangles, all these 4 points lie on a line. These 4 points are collinear in all the triangles. That is observed by the Euler. Just by constructing different triangles and by identifying their centers, Euler identified that all these points are collinear. Okay, and so this line is usually known as Euler line. That Euler line exists for all the triangles, and on that line we have all these points. And also Euler identified that the ratio between them is in the ratio 3:1:2. 3:1:2. This is completely an idea of geometry. Now when you look this situation, now we are identifying harmonic conjugates. When you look there, what I need to identify is, first of all, when you look there, this centroid G. This centroid G is dividing 9-point center and circumcenter in the ratio 1:2, as well as this orthocenter is also dividing 9-point center and circumcenter in the ratio 1:2. Whether it is right or wrong, this is actually identified by the Euler. Now by identifying this, we are going to catch harmonic conjugates. What I am going to tell you is, you just look there, Ng divided by Gs is clearly 1/2, as well as Hn divided by Hs. Hn is 3, Hs is 6, which is equals to again 1/2, right? That in the sense I will conclude that therefore H comma G are harmonic conjugates of the line segment Ns. H comma G are the harmonic conjugates of Ns. Similarly, when you concentrate on Hg, you automatically get N comma S are harmonic conjugates of Hg. So this is usually a regular situation, okay, related to the concept of harmonic conjugates in geometry. Basically, coordinate geometry helps us to understand geometry easily. Then harmonic conjugates is one such idea where we are going to analyze the properties of triangles. Okay, so this is Euler line, happens in every triangle, and on that line we have 4 centers, and the ratio between them is 3:1:2. And now if you identify this H and G are harmonic conjugates of Ns, and this N and S are harmonic conjugates of Hg. Okay, have a look. For suppose if now the problems are asking you to if 9-point center and circumcenter are given, you can easily find centroid using this ratio, or you may find orthocenter also using this ratio. Okay, usually this type of problems you will get. Okay, first of all, have a look. In geometry, there are some situations where harmonic conjugates are happen. Okay, and we are going to identify them. For suppose if we have a triangle, and for the triangle you just take internal angle bisector. What I am saying it as internal angle bisector. These two angles are equal, and this point you may say it as x, and that x is known as foot of internal angle bisector. Foot in the sense it is the lowest point, okay? Foot of internal angular bisector. Foot of internal angular bisector on, you may say, side BC. In the same way, after extending this line, you may, and at this point you may get one external angle bisector also. We call it as external angle bisector. It will meet somewhere on Y in the extension of BC. Okay, and these two angles are also same. Okay, these two angles are also same, and this Y is known as foot of external angle bisector. Yeah. Now from geometry you have the ratio. Okay. We have internal angle bisector theorem as well as external angle bisector theorem. According to the ratio, bx by xc is equals to by yc is equals to, okay, the ratio between these two sides. You may call usually AB is small c, okay, and AC is small b. Okay, the sides represented by the B and C. I think you learned from geometry, right? So this is C and this is B. So bx by xc as well as by yc both are in the ratio of these two. Okay, what is that ratio? C is to B, and this x is interior to the side BC as well as that y is exterior to the side BC. So therefore we conclude that x comma y are harmonic conjugates of BC, and similarly we will conclude that B comma C are harmonic conjugates of xy. Okay, I think this concept is very clear for you. Already geometry is completed for you, trigonometry, properties of triangle, everything is over. Okay, and now it is easy to identify that. Have a look. Next, another situation. Okay, already I mentioned it in geometry as well as in properties of triangles also, and the same situation I am explaining now. Okay, if you have a triangle ABC and when you sketch one internal angle bisector, this is the internal angle bisector, these two angles are equal. On this internal angle bisector, as I mentioned you, this is x, okay, very clear. And on this internal angle bisector, somewhere we have I which is in center, and somewhere we have I1 which is x center opposite to A. Okay, I is what? In center. I1 is what? X center opposite to A. Then again, by using vertical angle bisector theorem as well as the properties of geometry, this I am going to make subject of this AI divided by Ix is equals to, as well as AI1 divided by I1x is equals to. What is that ratio? That ratio is simply B plus C is to A. The ratio is what? B plus C is to A. Already I mentioned it in different situations. So again, when AI by Ix is equals to AI1 by I1x is equals to B plus C by A. So this I is interior, I1 is exterior of this AX. So it is very clear that I comma I1 are harmonic conjugates of AX for the line segment AX. Similarly, A comma X are harmonic conjugates of I1. Okay, have a look. So these are different situations where we use harmonic conjugates in regular geometry. Okay, and now with the idea of these harmonic conjugates, it is easy to solve the problems, to analyze the situations in geometry. Okay, so this is completely about harmonic conjugates. Have a look.